for the second time, was a winner last time out. And they're off to a good start in the first event of the day, the 10 Victoria Hurdle. And over on the inside, he's in control. One of the first to jump out with Mac again as they draw to the first hurdle. And Bondi Crest is going up quickly on the outside. In behind them on the scene as they jump that first one, and a bit further back in the field into All Harder. Rapala getting in behind them. Short Planet is second last, and the favourite Piking has dropped out to last. Down the far side, the first timer. And Bondi Crest has taken control by length in advance here of Wild Tristra, length and a half. He's in control. Over on the inside there of Mac again, being followed by On the Scene on the rails. A half length further back is Sure Planet. A length and a half then to Bouncing Rhythm. 2 lengths further back is Rapala. The pace is slow early. 2.5 lengths to All Heart at the second jump, and about 3 lengths to Piking at the back of the field. They're rounding the turn the first timer. And here's a good battle for the lead. Bondi Crest on the inside is almost joined by Wild Tristra. Going up on the outside of that pair then is He's in Control as they come into the straight. 2 hurdles ahead of them. And a length and a half further back over on the inside there would be On the Scene, being followed closely by Mac again. Then a bit further back in the field of All Heart, who dropped back to be second last, and last of all is Piking. Here's the hurdle in the straight now, and they come to it. Wild Tristra on the outside is anxious for more rain. Just in advance of He's in Control, coming down the straight towards the judge with just over a circuit to go. Now being eased in behind them, Bondi Crest, and moving up on the outside, Mac again at the second of those 2 jumps in the straight. They were followed by On the Scene. A bit further back is Rapala, a length and a half Bouncing Rhythm, followed by All Heart. And Piking last of all must be 10 lengths off the lead as they race towards the turn of the straight. Here's a new leader now going to the front. He's in Control and moved away about 4 lengths to Wild Tristra. Over on the inside of Mac again as they race towards the back once more. The length and a half then to Bondi Crest on the inside of Short Planet moving up. Further back in the field then came Rapala around the outside of On the Scene. 2 lengths to Bouncing Rhythm. A length and a half to All Heart, and Piking, ridden a patient race, is still back at the tail of the field. Down the back, 1,500 metres out, and He's in Control. Doing just that by 2.5 lengths. Mac again on the outside of Wild Tristra getting a nice run. A length and a half then to Short Planet, being followed closely by Bondi Crest and Rapala. On the Scene making ground around the outside, All Heart being followed closely by Bouncing Rhythm, and Piking still back at the tail of the field at the next jump. He's in Control, led over that one and jumped it nicely. A length to Wild Tristra, who's taking close order. 2 lengths further back in the field then is Short Planet over on the inside of Mac again. Then came Rapala at the next hurdle, being followed by Bondi Crest. Then further back Bouncing Rhythm, and All Heart is in that bunch, and they're followed further back still Piking last of all, being shaken up as they come down with 900 to go. He's in Control, a length and a half to Wild Tristra. They've got away by 3 lengths to Short Planet. All Heart running on is now fourth, a length and a half further back. Over on the inside, Bondi Crest, Mac again, further back On the Scene, followed by Bouncing Rhythm. Piking's a distant second last. He's got a big job ahead of him from there, but he's starting to go forward over that jumper. That's the third last hurdle as they come around the home turn. The leader looking the one to beat at this point. He's in Control. He's out 2.5 lengths to Wild Tristra, who's now under pressure. All Heart is running on pretty well, and they're followed by Sure Planet, and further back in the field, Rapala. Piking still a long way back, but making ground. Coming down to what will be the second last jump with about 350 to go. He's in Control. About to be tackled by All Heart, who's looming up very quickly. Here's the second last jump. They come to it. He's in Control. Tackled by All Heart, who didn't jump that one too well, but it's All Heart on the outside, joining He's in Control with 1 hurdle left to jump. Piking still making ground down the outside. Wild Tristra there at the last jump, though, and All Heart takes the lead. Scramble over that one. He's in Control, made a mess of it. Piking finishing very quickly when the race is all over, but All Heart is going to win it. He's down on the post scores by a length and a half to Piking, who made up considerable ground. Third, Bouncing Rhythm, followed by He's in Control. Rapala, followed by Wild Tristra, and then Bondi Crest, and On the Scene, and a long way back Short Planet towards the tail of the field with Mac again. Stand by for placings. Gee, that horse made up a terrific amount of ground. Piking still last of the 800's, been beaten by about a length and a half. And All Heart, who made his run from about the 1,200 metre mark and just kept going, didn't jump the line. Lunarism on the inside, Precious Genie standing up well, Emerson Rose, Frilly Millie, and they're ready, and off they go, and Lunarism jumped out well. Getting away smartly towards the outside as Kate Emma showing speed also. Hula's Jet, and just in behind them going forward Vampira. A bit further back in the field over on the inside hit the Forest, and they were followed closely by Altus Wide, followed by Red Tiamo, and Frilly Millie is last in a compact field as they run to the 1,000. Lunarism on the inside, just in advance here of Vampira. Precious Genie is third, followed by Emerson Rose, and just in behind them, pushing up on the inside, hit the Forest. They're followed next in the centre there by Kate Emma, and going around them on the outside, Hula's Jet. A length further back to Altius is still travelling deeper. Getting up along the inside there is Frilly Millie with Look Harder just behind them, and last of all, Red Tiamo. The field is well bunched up as they come up 650 to go here. Lunarism on the inside is joined and headed by Vampira. Racing up deep on the outside, then Emerson Rose making ground. Precious Genie in behind them. On the rails a bit further back to Kate Emma, being followed by Look Harder. And on the outside there, Hula's Jet is travelling up very deep, and Frilly Millie in behind them looking for a run and needing it too as they straighten up. 400 metres out, Vampire takes the lead from Lunarism. Coming down the outside, Emerson Rose under the whip next and making ground, getting a nice run through now. Frilly Millie is starting to come home pretty well. And over on the outside is Hula's Jet. Vampire is in front. Frilly Millie along the inside is finishing very strongly. Frilly Millie on the inside goes up to hit the front with 150 to go and draws away Frilly Millie. And Frilly Millie will come home to a strong win. Frilly Millie is first by a length and a half. Vampire or Hit the Forest for second and third, just ahead there of Kate Emma. LTS followed by Red Tiamo, Emerson Rose, Look Harder, Hula's Jet, and then Lunarism, and last to finish is Precious Genie. Well, he waited for the run and he got it. Thankfully for the supporters of Frilly Millie, who was a fair way back. When I say a fair way back, about 6 lengths off the lead before the home turn. The field was well bunched up and he needed to get that run, and it came. And the rider of Frilly Millie, Karen McAvoy, taking full advantage of it, has driven this. Kate's Grace will complete the line. The race over 1,300 metres. Pattern of Bells settling in the stall. And they're ready for action. Loverholic standing in well. Line looks good. They're off. Loverholic slow to get going. One of the first out, Pattern of Bells near the inside. Beginning well, Rainbow Water, and Kate's Grace was fast away. And Choose the Blues moving up on the outside towards the lead, followed by My Sharia Moore. A length and a half further back in the field, dropping out there, Hong Kong Spirit over on the inside of Mega Millions. And Janufa went back to last. Choose the Blues, the leader at the 1,000 by a length and a half in advance of Pattern of Bells on the inside of Kate's Grace. Moving up just in behind the My Sharia Moore, being followed by Lady Elsie. Over on the inside, Loverholic, a half length further back is Mega Millions, being followed by Hong Kong Spirit, who's racing on the outside. Second last there, Rainbow Water, and bringing up the rear is Janufa. They come down towards the home turn with 700 metres left to travel. Choose the Blues in charge. A length clear of Kate's Grace, a length and a half further back, getting a nice run on the inside, Pattern of Bells. Up 3 deep around the My Sharia Moore, followed by Lady Elsie and making ground. Further back on the outside there, Mega Millions, being followed by Hong Kong Spirit and Janufa. And on the inside, Loverholic is second last as they straighten up, and Rainbow Water is the trailer. In the straight with about 350 metres left to go, and Choose the Blues about to be tackled now by Pattern of Bells, is coming through with a good run. Over on the outside is Kate's Grace, and down the outer then Mega Millions, and Hong Kong Spirit right over on the outside is starting to rattle home. Choose the Blues still the leader. Pattern of Bells in the clear, coming at it strongly. And over on the inside, Lady Elsie finishing very quickly. Pattern of Bells over on the outside. Lady Elsie's got through on the inside. Lady Elsie I think's just one from Pattern of Bells. Third home, Choose the Blues, Hong Kong Spirit, Kate's Grace, Mega Millions, followed by Rainbow Water and My Sharia Moore. And towards the tail of the field is Loverholic. Lady Elsie getting right up on the inside. I think you'll find has got up and scored here. Tipping out the other one, which looked to have it won about 100 metres out, but the other one has done too well along the inside. Lady Elsie, 1,300 metres and the 4th of the day here at Bendigo. Stand by for a start. Line looks good. Ready. Off. Good start too. Force on course jump fairly well. Quickly headed by Beulah Road. Out quickly Pershing. And gathering speed up on the outside is Sea Shark. And just in behind them, North Atlantic, followed by Sandshow and Lee Flambeur. In behind them then Sir Grey, a length and a half further back as Master Sun over on the inside, being followed closely a bit further back in the field by Clooney. Big Max a fair way back early with Domination, and last of all is King Bertie down the side now, and it's Amanda Strike had moved up on the inside to take the lead with Lee Flambeur. A length and a half in advance of Sandshow. Over on the inside, Sea Shark is 4th. A length then to Pershing there, followed by Beulah Rudd and North Atlantic together, followed by Clooney. On the rails next, dropping back a little bit there is a Force on course. Over on the inside of Sir Grey, and racing deep is further back there, Big Mac, followed by Domination. A good long gap to Master Sun. And King Bertie is last of all as they come down towards the home turn. Samantha Strike under a tight rein, travelling well. Over on its outside, Lee Flambeur as they're about to straighten up. A length and a half, Sandshow. Sea Shark in behind them on the rails, looking for a run, and down the outer came Pershing, followed by Clooney, North Atlantic. Beulah Road getting a run through along the inside, and Force on course along the rail with a long run coming up ahead of him, and he's getting through along the inside, but this one has scooted away Samantha Strike in the final stages. 150 left to go from Lee Flambeur, and Force on course coming home well along the inside when the race is all over. But Samantha Strike's in no danger and bolts in, and Samantha Strike won it by 2 lengths to Lee Flambeur. Force on course third, then Domination, Sir Grey, followed by Sea Shark and Beulah Road. North Atlantic Pershing, followed further back in the field by Sandshow, and last of all is Master Sun. Comfortable victory there. It was under double wraps for most of the way, as you saw. One with plenty in hand, number 13, Samantha Strike. Very comfortable victory in the And the placings there after... Stand well. Seacom, the favoured one. Look ready. And they're off. And the first to jump towards the outside was Mill Prince, getting out quickly there towards the centre is Seacom, showing speed. And dropping in behind them then Truistic over on the inside with Warrior Khan, followed by Tokmar, and Dancing Talent has got back to last. Italy into Strider, and Seacom goes to the lead by 2 lengths to Mill Prince second, a length and a half Truistic over on the inside of Warrior Khan. They were being followed by Tokmar, who's next to last, a neck away the inside to Dancing Talent. That's the order as they travel along with 850 metres left to travel, and Seacom has dashed right away about 5 lengths in advance of Mill Prince of the 800. A length further back is Warrior Khan up on the outside of Truistic, and just in behind them Tokmar and Dancing Talent. Approaching the home turn, 700 metres left to go, and Seacom under a tight rein, given a breather. Came back to the field by a length in advance here of Warrior Khan up on the outside of Mill Prince. Just in behind them Truistic, and then over on his outside making some ground is Tokmar and Dancing Talent last of all as they come around the home turn. 450 metres out, and still Seacom making play and travelling well. Joined now by Warrior Khan as they set sail for home. They've kicked away 3 or 4 lengths in advance of Mill Prince. Truistic next is under the whip, and they're followed by Tokmar and Dancing Talent. Coming to the tooth, Divvy, and Seacom on the inside is still in front. He draws nearly a length in advance of Warrior Khan, who's under a ton of pressure. Down the outside, Tokmar running on well, but Seacom dashed away in the last little bit. He's over 2 lengths clear of Warrior Khan, and Tokmar finishing well, but Seacom wins it well. Good go for second and third, Tokmar and Warrior Khan. Just in behind them, Dancing Talent. Mill Prince was second last, and Truistic's run last. Seacom very quickly in front after the start, and that was the last they saw of Seacom. We'll pay $2.30 and $1.40. In the 5th of the day, the Patterson Consulting Class 2 handicap. Victory to number 5, Seacom, written by Brad Rawilla. So Brad's brother Nash won an earlier race here today on Samanda Strike, and now Brad completes a win here on number 5 Seacom, which is trained by Prudence McKechnie here at the track. 8th start today. Sundust favoured on the tote, and they're off. Good start too, and one of the first to jump out towards the inside was Sundust, getting away smartly also towards the outer Paris Dakar. And looking for the lead just in behind them is Baroda Star, followed by Bull McCabe and Golden Mill going fast from an outside berth as they settle into Strider. Paris Dakar a clear leader by 2 lengths to Golden Mill, a length and a half Sundust over on the inside. They were followed a bit further back in the field by Baron of Loxley, and back over on the outside, then going around them is Baroda Star, a length and a half to Bull McCabe, being followed by Spirit of Demas, 2 lengths away Surf the Netter, 1.5 for the grey favourite Rev, who's over on the outside of Nomad Chief, a good long gap then Bountiful Son and Lord Loxley. The stablemates racing together, Lord's Bluster that is, over on the outside, third last, and tailing out to last down the back of the track, Rose of Kenny. They're well strung out. Paris Dakar in charge, about 2.5 lengths in advance here. In the second place, Golden Mill, Baroda Star just behind them. Sundust has had a nice run on the inside. He's laying fourth, a half Baron of Loxley. Spirit of Demas close up behind them. Surf the Net making ground, so is favoured Rev. And they're followed closely by Bull McCabe up in that group, followed by Nomad Chief. A bit further back in the field, Bountiful Son, Lord Foster and Rose of Kenny as they straighten up. Paris Dakar in charge at the 400, led by a length and a half in advance of Golden Mill, and coming down the outside, Surf the Net, Sundust behind them looking for a runner. And here comes the grey favourite Rev with a good run, followed by Nomad Chief. They're halfway down the running, and over on the outside, favourite Rev has raced up to join Surf the Net, who's battling away, and so is Paris Dakar. He's battling on strongly on the inside. Paris Dakar tackled by Surf the Net, and Nomad Chief storming down the outside. Nomad Chief got up to score on the line from either favourite Rev and Surf the Net in a photo. Bull McCabe behind them, Sundust, Paris Dakar, Bountiful Son, Spirit of Demas, Baroda Star, Golden Mill weakened out of it, and then a long way back to Lord Foster and Rose of Kenny's run last. Good finish there for Nomad Chief, grabbing them. Up well, answer the call. Floymedes, race over 1,000 metres, race 7 here. And they're off. And the first to jump, Hopewood to the outside. There's one missed the start there badly. Boname's Beauty is very slow to get going. Cientos came out quickly. The grey towards the outside, showing speed up there also is Hopewood. And they're followed by West Side Story, and racing up on the inside into a handy position, Europa Star, but beautiful going fast along the inside with the white blinkers there. Moving up just behind those leaders, a length and a half, Floymedes, followed by Answer the Call, who's deeper. And then Cour de Fur over on the inside, being followed by Voluto, and tailed off is Boname's Beauty on the home turn. And But Beautiful, getting a glorious run on the inside, has gone up to take the lead here in company with deeper on the track Cientos, and wider still Hopewood as they straighten up at the 400. 400. Tour de Fur coming to the picture is next, and over on the outside, Europa Star, followed by Floyd Moody's looking for a run. Back in behind them, Voluto, and further back is Super Maroon. Europa Star coming down towards the 200-metre mark, and Hopewood has reached the lead here from Voluto. Then Tour de Fur, who's finishing gamely along the inside, and so also is Voluto. Hopewood is still in front. Voluto's the danger. Voluto right along the inside is grabbing Hopewood. Voluto's got up to score by a long head from Hopewood. Third, Tour de Fur, followed by Floyd Meades. Then Europa Star, Super Maroon, followed by Answer the Call, Never in It. And well back towards the tail of the field is Cientos. Stand by for placings. Voluto, ridden by Colin Browell, getting through on the inside to score. Stand well. Biaggi makes a good line. They're ready. They're off. And Lion Eyes first to jump out, quickly headed by Lady Glenbury, and beginning well Razika, just in behind them Charlene and Not Shy. And further back is Premium Blend, being followed by Salamondo. A length and a half, Yangtze River over on the outside of Green Sharina. Pushing up on the inside, Strictly Jazz is just in behind them, and they were followed closely by Biaggi. A length into Belong, followed by High Babe second last, and Coniston Walker's last of all. Razika in charge at the 1,000. Then a length to Charlene, 2.5 lengths further back, Lady Glenbury on the outside of Lion Eyes. In behind them, Salamondo. A length and a half, then Premium Blend, followed by Not Shy, and going up 3 deep around them, Yangtze River. A length and a half, then is Green Shireen, being followed by Biaggi. Strictly Jazz behind them, Belong, followed by High Babe, and Coniston Walk last of all. Down the side, 650 out, Razika over on the outside, just in advance here of Charlene, being hunted up, and they're followed by Salamondo making ground. And then came Lion Eyes over on the inside, Yangtze River still going forward, followed by Lady Glenbury as they round the home turn, where Razika will lead them into the straight by a length and a half in advance of Salamondo, the immediate challenger. Yangtze River up on the outside is starting to run on, so is Premium Blend down the outside, putting in a run. Deeper on the track, Biaggi is under the whip, and then came Belong from a long way back. Salamondo is the leader. Yangtze River trying to get to it, and coming down the outside, Belong and Premium Blend under pressure, followed by Biaggi. Salamondo still in front. 150 metres left to go. Here comes Coniston Walk along the inside. Yangtze River, Salamondo battling on. Yangtze River trying hard. Salamondo a half length to Yangtze River. Third, Not Shy, which flashed up. Coniston Walk behind them. Belong, Green Shireen, Biaggi, Strictly Jazz, Premium Blend, and then Lady Glenbury, followed by Razika, well back with Lion Eyes, and Charlene has run last. Salamondo winning the event. Number 10, the winner, Salamondo, ridden by Peter Hutchinson. Good strong win there, beat off the challenge which came from Yangtze River, and Not Shy's finished very quickly along the inside. And the last of the day coming up here. All in, Londoner favourite, Darren Gauci aboard. Set, off they run. And Ringmaster, one of the first to jump towards the outside, but Jet got away speedily, and also Biolad showing speed towards the inside. Londoner taking up a forward position, being followed by Swiftly Hula. Then came back along the inside, Manawa 2, being followed further back by Duddo Road, a length and a half, then to Grey Harrier. Getting back in the field early is Astro Teddy, a length and a half. The young bloke is second last, and Whittington has tailed out to last. Biolad in charge at the 1200, led by a length and a half in advance of Ringmaster up on the outside. Swiftly Hula third, the rail. A length and a half further back, Bajet, followed by Lunaria. Londoner racing 3 deep along the back. A length and a half, Manawa 2. In behind them then came Duddo Road, 2.5 lengths further back to Grey Harrier. A good long gap, the young bloke. And well back is Whittington third last over on the outside. And Astro Teddy has trailed out to last. Biolad going very fast, coming down to the 800. Led by a length and a half. Ringmaster is second, followed closely by Swiftly Hula, improving around the outside. Then Lunaria on the rails, but Jet is back in behind them. Manawa 2 starting to gain ground. Further back in the field then came Londoner, a good long gap back in behind them over on the inside to Duddo Road, followed by Grey Harrier, the young bloke very wide. Whittington's a long way back. Astro Teddy last of all as they come down towards the home turn, 450 to run. Biolad still travelling well by a length and a half to Ringmaster as they straighten up, and then Lunaria. Over on the inside is Bajet, and further back wide on the track is Londoner, and then Wenama 2 in the straight with about 300 metres left to go, and Biolad into the whip is still the leader, about to be tackled by Ringmaster, and finishing on strongly Lunaria, and right over on the outside is Manawa 2. Londoner's a long way back. Here comes Manawa 2 right down the outside there across the track, 5 of them. Biolad now, Manawa 2 takes the lead, and Bajet bursting through along the inside. Bajet hit the front in the final stages from Manawa 2, who lunged. Manawa 2, I reckon. Manawa 2 from Bajet, third home is Lunaria. Fourth, Ringmaster, Grey Harrier, Londoner, followed by Biolad and Duddo Road behind them, and Astro Teddy and Swiftly Hula's run last. Gee, it's lunged right on the post, Manawa 2. Looked as if Bajet was going to win it, but Manawa 2, I think, fought back to win. Right on the post. Good finish here. Not much between them by the same token. Manawa 2 gets it, number 1. Has fought back. He was in front and then headed by Bajet, but he's